What's happening, everybody? What's happening? You know what it is. We back with another episode of the NFC East Roundtable, episode 2. I'm here with my boy Scrub Zero, and I will be joined shortly by another Washington Commander, um, Sportsadelic. So in this episode, we just definitely going to just go around the NFC East from Dallas Eagles, Commanders, and the Giants. So put on your hats, your thinking caps, and let's go.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? LiveWire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is LiveWire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.
All right, we back. Yo, what's good? Andre, how you feeling?
Feeling good. Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly.
Hey.
All right, we got another addition to the round table. So I'm taking it you're a Dallas Cowboy fan.
No, Philadelphia Eagles.
Philadelphia Eagles. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Jumping hill as an Eagle fan. Yeah, so we got a Giants fan and Scrub Zero, and we got an Eagles fan, Andre. Now, so Andre, you know we played y'all Sunday. I'm still looking around to find where my offensive line is at. I'm still looking around, man. I'm still looking around.
Yeah.
9 sacks on Carson Wentz. You know.
Yeah.
Y'all look like the team in the NFC right now because Tampa Bay ain't looking too strong right now. Yeah, well, they got injuries to their offensive line. Yeah. I mean, their offensive line and their wide receivers. Green Bay can't put points on the board. The Rams look like they could get beat by anybody.
Except Arizona. Arizona can't beat them to save their lives.
Yeah, Arizona, you know, I don't know. That's a whole new topic over there. I think Arizona is like the Minnesota Vikings right now. So
well, I tell you, I hate to do that to Carlton because he was the one that helped us get our first Super Bowl ring. He went to always have a place in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but different uniforms, different times.
Exactly.
Hold on, I got one more person jumping in. Oh my god. Well, she got the beanie on, represent the Redskins. So you
what's up, Andre? Sub-Zero, what's up?
He right there.
I can't see those pretty eyes. You know how I feel about it.
They say Redskins been there, done that.
Yeah. Sub-Zero, where you at?
Oh my goodness! I gotta show my face.
Oh yeah,
Oh your eyes. Just stick your eyes up there.
So I was talking to Andre.
Yeah, but let me warn you. Andre represents his team like we do, so he's gonna be nice nasty, okay?
Well, he was nice to Carson Wentz a few minutes ago, and I was about to comment and say, well, my partner, Sports, she's not too nice to Wentz.
Dre.
She's not nice to him.
He helped us get our first Super Bowl ring. So, but when push comes to shove, he had to go. 9 sacks.
That's just the truth, man.
Hey, but you know what? This episode 2 is gonna be real fun. I'm looking forward to this, on a weekly basis. So, Mr. Andre, so tell me how you feel about your team right now after being 3-0 right now.
Oh my God.
Well, okay. Well, here's what I have to say. I'm very pleased with the team. I'm really looking at AJ Brown because AJ Brown is beginning to make Dante Smith look like he's not the number one running back we got. wide receiver. So I'm pleased with that. You know, our stats look good. 73 first downs, 4 out of 6 fourth down conversions, 22 out of 45 third down conversions. Man, 45 yards, 451 yards rushing, over 1,300 total offensive yards rushing. Man, we are doing it. Prediction: we will come out the NFC East. Only one problem I got.
And what's that?
The schedule. The schedule we got is a little weak. I wish we could see more of the teams we have to see in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Other than that, you know, hey,
but you gotta
feel about it.
But you gotta take what's in front of you right now.
Yeah, I know. We playing the schedule.
Yeah, you gotta take.
Y'all got the best wide receiver in the league in AJ Brown.
Yes,
that dude is a baller. He can run routes. He's physical. He don't back down from nothing.
No. And he can block when he has to.
Exactly. You had that with Devontae Smith. I like number 16 in the slot for y'all. Quez Watkins. He pretty solid. Dallas guy playing well. Yo, that offense and Jalen Hurts. Listen, I wasn't too big on Jalen Hurts, but I'm like, if he's going to be that guy, he got to be this year. And so far, he's doing his thing.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
Okay, hold on.
I told people.
I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay. But I told people out the gate when they were all down on Jalen. I said, look, Jalen is a stone cold baller. I watched him. He did what he had to in that national championship game in 2016. He scored the go-ahead touchdown. But it wasn't that he did it. It was how he did it.
Mm-hmm.
It was how he did it. And his defense let him down. But he did what he was supposed to do. Jalen Hurts is a leader. He's a winner. He's like Tim Duncan. You can't look at his face and tell what's going on. Mm-hmm. He's a quiet assassin.
Yeah.
I'm already having withdrawals. I see him running, blazing through our defense like a wild stallion. It's
don't blitz Dallas. Detroit tried that. The blitz don't work.
We don't have anybody that can damn get there. We got two slowest.
Because he knows how to read a blitz. He understands what a defense is going to do. He reads front sevens. He knows where to get the ball to. He has good pocket presence. If he has to get out the pocket and make a play, he'll do that.
And the thing about it is, Alabama is almost like a semi-NFL team anyway, playing in that system, But the thing about Jalen Hurts that I like, he's very patient. I like his patience. He's going to, like you said, he takes what the defense gives and he uses it to his advantage. Like, we didn't even allow him to run in that game because he didn't need to, because he was torching our back end so bad through the air. He didn't even have to run. Well, now, to the credit, we did get 3 sacks in that game. I didn't believe it, but Jamin Davis got 2 sacks. Now,
hold on, we got Andre froze. Okay, he's back.
I'm back.
Okay.
I'm not froze no more.
All right, wiggle.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we got 3 sacks in that game, 2 by Jamin Davis. I think Jamin Davis kind of took it personal with Jack DeVille and Ron Rivera. And I know he did call them out on Instagram, but when you put something out on social media and you retract it back, we already know what the deal is.
Yep.
So
he need to close his damn mouth. He has not contributed one damn thing.
But the thing about it is, to his defense, Ron Rivera and Jack DeVille don't even have room. I mean, okay, if you call him out, you need to be calling Fuller out. You need to be calling Holcomb out. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else that's playing bad, call them out. You can't.
Hold on, LiveWire. Did you put that hat on? Because I got my shit on, Andre.
I put my hat on because I'm representing my team.
But you wasn't representing them in the beginning. Okay.
No, but I'm representing them. I'm representing them better now.
All right, since we all about to be doing,
That's not all I got.
That's
See this
wow.
ashtray?
All right, now we
All right.
all in
Yeah.
the house.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
See that
Now
Super Bowl trophy on back of it?
I need my other glasses. I can't see that.
Well,
far.
we don't have room for one bowl. We got 3 of them, so all of ours won't fit on there.
But I mean, to your sports, to your credit, yeah, he hasn't contributed. But Ron Rivera and Jack Del Rio, they wrong for calling him out like that when everybody else is playing like ass on that team. You know,
No. He's a first round draft pick, so he has to ride his ass. They're paying him a lot of money for what
Whose
he's not
fault is
doing.
that they drafted him in the first round?
I don't know. The scouting there is
Exactly.
So that's why they gotta call him out. That's what I'm saying.
But you know why? Because they trying to cover they own behind because they knew they messed up drafting him. So now they want to shift the blame on him to make him look like the bad guy. You know what I'm saying? So now he's taking it personal. Maybe this is the way to get him to play because the last few games he has probably the most sacks on our team right now from the linebacker spot. Because I think he had 2. I think he had 1 in. If I'm correct, I'll have to go back and look. He had 2 in the Philly game. He had 1 in the Detroit game. I don't know if he had 1 in the Jacksonville game. So, to my knowledge, he's probably our lead sack person right now on the team.
He got 3 sacks this season.
Oh my God! I mean, come on.
And it was back-to-back games. So,
okay.
I mean, so to his credit, hey, because Montez Sweat is not doing nothing. Now, Chase supposed to be back either next week or the week after, somewhere around there. But, we got to see how he does, and everything like that. But,
let me say this, if I may. We right now, like I told you all, need to cease and desist. We need to figure out something quick, fast, and in a hurry. And I don't think that we're going to beat Dallas. I would only be blown away if we beat Philly. I would be even more shocked if we beat the Giants because the lanes that we're giving up, Saquon Barkley is going to have a field day. I just call it, like I see it. I don't think that we can make dramatic leaps unless Heineke, nobody knows that offense better than him.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
And so,
and this is what I was saying. I was like, well, if Heineke was behind the offense right now with the weapons that we had, because what he did when we didn't have weapons, imagine what he could do. But then again, this way it goes back to, can Scott Turner monopolize the offense for your quarterback? That's the issue what we having. The quarterbacks has the weapons, but Scott Turner ain't giving them the opportunity because he calls one quarter and don't call the game for the next 3 quarters. So.
Well, you all have played football at some point, I guess, in your life. And as a woman, when I'm speaking about it, I just try to draw correlations with my basketball career, my collegiate and professional career. I learned in basketball very early. It really doesn't matter if they know what you're going to do. What makes you superior is that you still execute. Like with Michael Jordan, they knew he's getting ready to hit me with this fadeaway. You know he's going to do it, but you still didn't stop it. And that's where we are. Our execution. I look at these guys. Their route running is horrible. Even in basketball, the worst route to the ball is a banana route. Everything should be straight line, shortcuts. I mean, look at the receivers. Philly shortcuts, because that decreases the opportunity for the defense to catch up. But when you start banana routing, and then you can tell, like, what made Jerry Rice lethal is you never knew if he was getting the ball or not, because how he consistently comes off the ball hard and sharp. Like with our guys, okay, well, he's not getting the ball because he don't even come off the line like he wants it any damn way. Again, I'm just calling it like I see it.
But
they're a horribly coached team.
But don't you think that? Well, there you go, horribly coached team, because the coaches, I mean, the coaching staff that we have probably don't know how to develop, the players. They don't know how to get them in the best position, how to run better routes.
What you coughing for? You smoking a cigar?
No,
that's your smoke getting to him.
Yeah, I inhaled by accident. You know what I'm saying? So check this out.
Andre, wait, hold on, Andre.
Yeah.
What I want each one of you guys to do, you and Sub-Zero, tell us what you see when it comes to our team. What do you see?
When it comes to my team or your team?
What do you see?
What do you see from Washington, Andre?
Okay. When we played Washington, one of the things I saw was that I watched the offensive line kind of collapse. They wasn't stopping the defense coming in. The pocket kind of collapsed. And when I was watching that, I was saying to myself, does the quarterback have enough time to execute inside that pocket?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now, the other thing I saw was like, okay, they almost look like a young team. Everybody's trying.
It kind of froze again.
Technical difficulties.
Well, that's typical Philly technical. We can't hear you.
Remy, what guess we trying to get in? You can't hear me?
Dre is talking. We can't hear Dre.
Oh, okay.
Dre, we can't hear you, bro.
Oh, he got himself on mute. That's why.
I think it's the technical difficulty, and then it put it on mute. Andre, you're on mute, bro.
I got it. Hold on. It won't let me unmute him.
Well, I'm texting him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I only got to see Washington the one game, but I saw the protection didn't hold up. Carson Wentz held the ball too long. The run blocking was bad.
He just got Dre.
Was I muted?
Yeah.
The whole time we ain't hear not one goddamn word.
Word.
Wow. But how did I get muted?
You probably I think when you switched your screen over by accident, because you was at the.
It was
when it froze up and buffered.
It was
buffered
when it switched over. So
and then
let me try this again since
get the cream cheese. Matters. Get the cream cheese off your fingers, man.
Then he froze again.
Mm-hmm.
No,
But with
I was
the
saying
defense-
I was just curious to see what
All right.
they had to say.
Yeah,
All
I think they can beat Dallas because Dallas offense isn't clicking that well, but that defense, Dallas defense, was it was off the chain with the Giants. I don't know if the Giants are playing that poorly or the Dallas defense is that great.
Dallas got a good defense, but well, first of all, I've been looking at a lot of sports news and whatnot. Everyone's acting like this offensive line is still awful. Like, bro, what did you expect? This offensive line is still rebuilding. We got a rookie at right tackle. We're rotating two guys, a rookie third-round pick at left guard, along with a veteran who's like in his fourth or fifth year, whose position, in my opinion, is better at center than guard, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You got Feliciano. He's okay as a lineman, but guard is in his natural position.
Yeah.
Now the surprise, I guess, will be Glowinski because he was the high price free agent. Well, not the best free agent they were able to pick up, and he was doing good with the Colts, but he struggled through the first 3 games in pass protection with the Giants. I don't know if that's a system thing or that's he's just not playing well, but. All right, the weakness is the offensive line. How do you help your offensive line? Run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Run the dang on ball. 15 carries by the 2 running backs. The rest of the carries went to there was one a jet sweep or something for Richie James, and everything else was Daniel Jones scrambling. And people have the nerve to tell me he balled out. And no sports like if. I looked at him Monday night, and my guy HD told me because I seen it, but I didn't know how to identify it. But what he told me, watch him against the blitz, and he can't read front sevens. I'm like, this guy can't read a front seven. Every time they blitzed, it looked like he didn't know how to handle it. He got pressure in his face. He looked uncomposed. He looked like he was even when he scrambled, you could see how unpoised he was.
Well, at least he scrambled. Carson Wentz curls all the way up in the standing fetal position.
The standing fetal position. But it's like, don't tell me this is the guy that he's this guy that he's playing well. He made some plays. He still hasn't passed for over 200 yards. And honestly, if it's just about winning games, we got Tyrod Taylor. He's a better quarterback. I don't care what anyone says. If we're going to win games, he should be in instead of Daniel Jones. But I know what it's about because I know how the Giants are, and there's no way they're going to get off the white boy.
Andre, can we go back to what, it seemed like you had a lot to say. It looked like you were going in. We just couldn't hear you.
Yeah.
So would you play that back for us, please?
Well, okay, you caught the part. Okay, like I said, new team, not new team, but trying to get that gel together to play well. They didn't run the routes very well, from my opinion. What I really focused on was the fact that the offensive line seemed to collapse around him. And it was like he didn't have the time he needed in that pocket to see what was happening in the field. Mm-hmm. So scrambling, even with the height he has, it seemed like he just didn't have a good offensive line around. Because Wentz has talent, but I mean, he looked like he was a first rounder.
Well, to your point, when you got your quarterback dropping back 7-8 yards, and that the defense is blitzing or putting pressure on your offensive line that's already a little banged up, you need to help your quarterback out by giving him 3 to 5 step drops, getting the ball out of his hand quicker, and stop. And then Wentz, when the pocket was collapsing and setting him, there was times that he could have got out the pocket by scrambling. It was times that he literally backed up into the sack. he like I think it was Norvell got pressure on the from the backside, and he literally backed up into him and got sacked.
You know what that's called? No pocket presence.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
And Andre, what I think you meant to say is he looked like he's a first year player.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't look. He looked like he didn't really know where the ball was supposed to go and what he needed to do, because he's supposed to feel the pressure.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and none of that is. Look, the bottom line is he spent his best years, you know, at Philly. That's the bottom line.
And after his injury with Philly, his running game was basically gone. I don't know whether his nerve was shot or whether he just
he's scared to run.
Yeah, because with Philly, he was running up to the point he got tackled and injured. I don't see that. I don't see that fire in him anymore.
Yeah, that fire been burnt out. I mean,
it's been extinguished. It's been extinguished.
Yeah, it's been gone. It's been gone. He's just like you know, and it's just like how it reminds me when RG3 was with us, and once he got injured,
who?
RG3.
Who that?
RG3.
Yeah.
I mean, he used to be in the NFL, right?
He used to be.
Yeah.
Hey, but he's a commentator now, so he don't.
Yeah.
But
trash as a commentator too.
Yeah, but to your point, he was a running quarterback too, up to the point he got injured.
Yep. And when he got injured by the dude from Baltimore,
Lodi Naga,
and it was over with. His nerves got shot. He never was the same.
No. That's when he should have been, because I was at that game. That is when he should have been benched for the rest of the season.
Right. Protect him.
And just
from
let
himself.
him. Just let him, because this is your franchise quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
This is your franchise quarterback. Let him go ahead and get healed, and then it was the other knee. People forget that he tore his ACL in college.
Yep.
Okay, now you'd have messed up the other one. Now just take the helmet, sit him down. Why was he playing in the Seattle game? This was after we won the division. Why was he playing at all? I mean,
because we already
didn't he play the Cowboys game at the end of the season too?
Yeah, and then we have the worst crab grass, muddy, shot out cow pasture ass of a field.
Yeah, I feel
like I was there. I did the on the field experience when I was there, and I walked, that field, and I mean, there's sandlot fields that are better than that field,
and they still haven't fixed it yet.
To this day.
Till this day.
Well, let me say this. I don't know. It's still a little too early for me to just say that. Philly, looks good. Dallas to me looked like they have the last 30 years. Smoking mirrors. I mean, their defense was better last year. And ridiculous let them down with. I don't know. That whole last play of the game type thing for them was crazy. Now, you all may or may not be aware of this, but Jerry Jones puts out what he tried to retract and say it was a joke. And, he said that wouldn't it be nice if there's some quarterback controversy when Dak comes back? Now, number one.
Well, yeah.
Why would you say that? The one thing you're never supposed to do is mess with your quarterback's head.
Mm-hmm.
And Jerry Jones is a businessman. Didn't he sit T.O. down at dinner in his house and tell him that he's the man? And then they cut his ass like 2 weeks later. So what is you all's take on that?
Because Jerry Jones never wanted Dak Prescott.
That's right.
That was not his pick. That was Stephen Jones and Will McClay.
Yeah.
And you saw what the whole contract situation. Had they signed him before the start of his 4th year, they would have saved themselves so many headaches. They could have actually built around the team. Not only that, the play calling, Kellen Moore, who's an awful play caller. Anyone who knows football knows this guy can't call plays to save his life. But now he wants to run the ball with Cooper Rush. This very thing he should have been doing with Dak, as opposed to having him drop back 40 times, which is why they let Tampa Bay off the hook. And you see the difference between the first game when Dak was starting, he gets hurt. Now they got Cooper Rush to actually running the ball. Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Well,
it's
see,
backwards.
But here's what the controvery is. The thing about it is, that's out. What did you say? 6 or 7 weeks? Was it 8?
The initial
6 to 8
timeline
weeks.
was supposed to be 6 to 8
weeks. So yes, there is going to be controversy when he comes back if Cooper Rush keeps winning games. So
because continuity. Because you don't want to disrupt the continuity.
Right. Because the thing about it is, the team's gonna get used to playing around Cooper Rush. Guess what's gonna happen?
And then to that point, you see how they run the ball more also.
Yeah.
Because they don't
Cooper Rush running too.
Yeah. And they don't run the ball with Dak. Dak wants to throw, here and there, but every time you look around, he's getting nicked up now. And so, Jerry put him a contingency plan in place.
Yeah.
Because guess what? We already know that Zeke probably won't be there after this year. And I'll say Dak probably have about another 1 or 2 years before they figure out Jerry gonna figure out how to get from underneath that contract with him.
But they're paying him too much money.
Yeah,
it's too much money.
He'll probably be gone once his contract is up.
Yeah,
I don't think because Jerry Jones didn't want him, but you saw how the team responded. But it comes back to the play calling. Why? It's understanding your personnel. Dak Prescott's not a guy you want dropping back 30, 40 times.
Yeah.
When he is dropped back 20 to 25 times and they ran the ball, they commit to the run. They win games. They don't lose. But Jerry Jones being Jerry Jones, they're like, all right, I paid you this money. You going to earn it. But he don't know. But Jerry Jones is his own worst enemy. But you know what? Let there be a quarterback controversy. I want that. Because what's going to end up happening in the end. The Cowboys are still going to be the same team. They're going to go home after at the end of the regular season or one playoff game in January, and we're just going to be like the same old Cowboys.
And then we're going to hear this every year coming in. We going to the Super Bowl.
Well, as far as I'm concerned,
anybody can buy tickets.
Yeah, right.
As far as I'm concerned, there's already a quarterback controversy. And I'm saying that because you have guys, whoever, 85 or 58, who's the guy that had almost 100 yards? Some little dude for Dallas.
Tony Pollard?
No. The receiver.
Oh, Noah Brown.
CD.
No. Or are you talking about CD?
No.
The other one. You're talking about 87, right?
84, 80 something.
Yeah.
I'm saying Dak, that's a guy that Dak's going to ignore, not on purpose. Let me tell you what Cooper Rush is doing that Dak cannot do is why there's already quarterback controversy. Dak cannot throw in small windows. Cooper Rush can.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. And that's why they're winning these games and making their third down conversions. He knows the offense apparently better than Dak because he seems to know where the ball needs to go. When the blitz is coming, he's making the right decisions. There's already a controversy, in my opinion.
And and that goes back to what sports where we was talking about with Taylor Heineke. He knows the offense. We had the weapons. He should have had the first crack at this team for Washington. Yeah, he's a small stature guy, but I like his energy because he's not going. He could get out the pocket when he need to. But now that we have the weapons there, it could have. I would love to see what Taylor Heineke could have do with this team if he had came into the year as a starter. So to that point, Cooper Rush. I mean, me personally, he looks good. Cooper Rush looks good. If they keep doing the same thing, because I read something right after that game Monday night. I read something that said that Dak could be ready for the Washington game this weekend. So now all of a sudden you trying to rush him back to play.
No. Dak is trying to rush himself back.
Yeah.
You know why? Because he remember what happened to Drew Bledsoe.
There you go.
No, that's it. I ain't trying to rush himself.
There you go.
That's Dr. Jerry. Dr. Jerry been saying that from when the injury first happened. He said he'll be back. That's why they didn't put him on IR. Why they didn't put him on IR? Because they're stupid and goofy.
Yeah.
As long as that sits on the sideline, that's the less chance he's gonna get back. Dak wants to get back before it turns into the Cooper Rush show.
Yeah.
Right. And the bottom line is, Dak, like I would be, you would be, anybody would be. NFL is still not for long, and and there are some teams that will pick up Dak's contract, especially a team that runs the ball and knows that his strength is keeping his throws under that 15 times a game, and they'll pick up his contract.
Well,
because right here, right now, today, their offense seems to be more fluid with Rush in there.
Well, I don't want his contract. I don't want him.
Well, the thing is, one thing that hurt Dak is that he didn't play preseason.
Mm-hmm.
And with considering that there's a lot less time to practice, which that's the player's own fault. They goofy for that. They shouldn't have. They did that all that just to smoke some weed and whatnot. But you have less practice time. You got less practices overall. So preseason is important. You need to get in there so you have a rapport with your receivers, with all the guys you're going to play with. And
exactly.
That Dak not doing that is hurt his.
That's what I'm saying. Those receivers, still the white guy and the little black guy. That's what they talked about in the off season. They were taking reps, with Cooper because they all were second team type guys. Right. And then preseason. So they already have that continuity and that chemistry. Mm-hmm. Whereas when Dak comes back, you sling him, in the game, and then he cannot throw in tight windows. It's just not in his repertoire. And those guys are not going to get the same amount of touches. So the offense is going to become stagnant, and then they'll just load the box. And that's what you can do on Dallas with Dak. That's what teams did. They just load the box. Yeah, dare him to beat with the arm.
Because go ahead.
I think Dak didn't play the preseason because it was a strategy that he's injury prone now, and they didn't want him to get hurt in the preseason. So I think they held him out.
Man, well, clearly you see how the offensive line is playing now. We know it's not how it was years ago, but they still block well enough that I ain't buying that. But what was I going to say? Dang.
Okay. Think about his injury. Now I saw the hits he took in his hand, and he took 2 pretty good hits in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
But think about the injury. How injury prone he is.
Mm-hmm.
And that can happen. That can happen on his very first game back. And then now I'm gonna tell you, I'm not proud of this. And if anybody that I've ever played against sees this particular video, I apologize.
Blackmail.
But when I play basketball, any injury identifier that you had on your body,
you're going for it.
I'm going for it.
That's your rule of thumb.
Because like I had a chip in my right elbow, and so I was having these. My nerves was, acting out and stuff. They wanted me to play in these elbow pads. And I said no, because people are going to just keep chopping my arm No, I'm not going to play in nothing because that's just old school. Because I'm going to tell you exactly what I would do. If I was a lineman and we get back there and we were sacking Dak, I'm going to grab his thumb and I'm going to start twisting. I know it sounds cruel, dirty, but from what I understand, it gets real nasty down under that
under that
pile.
Yeah.
So it's not out of the realm of possibility.
When
But
I
I'm going to ask.
When I played high school football, when you're in the pile, they used to pinch and bite.
Yeah. But I'm going to ask you guys this question. I know you can't answer it, but that's the beauty about talking about sports. We get to speculate. What the hell is going on over in the AFC with the Raiders at 0-3?
Josh McDaniels.
I was about to say the same thing. Josh McDaniels.
Okay.
Well, I ain't paid that much attention to the Raiders.
Yeah. Here's the thing with today's NFL. They think they could just throw the ball all over the lot. They could get yards. They could make these big plays. The offenses in today's game are not better than they were 20 years ago. You got faster guys. You have more athletic guys. They're bigger. All that stuff. But as far as understanding football, a lot of them don't understand what you have to do to be successful. They don't understand how to counter situations. So I'll give you something that's fundamental, and it's kill the Giants in the game Monday. Giants playing cover 3. You got your outside linebacker, and they're supposed to play outside containment. The Giants kept jumping inside. You know what happened? Tony Pollard got through the gap. Big game. He going for like 10, 20.
Well, that's just like stupid ass Sweat and Chase Young. They go banana routes. They go banana routes outside, and the only thing you have to do at that point is just push them, let their momentum take them further away from the quarterback.
And that's what's been happening to Montez Sweat for the first 3 games. He's constantly getting pushed, even in the Philly game. Now, the other Sweat for Philly had more production than the Sweat that on our team Sunday pass.
I mean, I almost look. I was traveling, so I wasn't able to fully watch the game. I got my cell phone. I'm trying to watch it like that. I stopped to get gas. I turned the game back on, and it was like 36 seconds left in the third quarter, and I seen this. It was 24-2. I said, two.
Two.
Yep, 2.
Like, there's a part of me I was saying, okay, maybe I'm not saying this right, so I closed it out and opened it back up because I'm saying, was that 24-2 something else? But it could not have been 24-2-2. I mean, I'm like, damn. I mean, it was just ugly. I knew it was going to be. And then I was getting these text messages and messages on Facebook, that the defense holding it down. Are they? Are they holding it down? But you can't be on the field. You can't be on the field all game.
Yeah, first quarter, yes. Defense was holding it down. Had a scoreless game for a while. And then, I don't know whether they got wore out or tired or what.
Second quarter.
First quarter, yeah.
Okay.
First quarter, I thought this is going to be a hell of a game.
Oh, no. I'm like, watch. These boys get started, it's going to be over for Washington. And they got started, and it was over for Washington.
When I watched the whole game, and the way we started off, I knew right then and there our defense wasn't going to be able to hang for long because we could not find no rhythm on offense. Carson Wentz was getting his head knocked off constantly every time he dropped back, and we didn't try to establish the run enough where we could open. We kept trying to run these little trick plays with Curtis Samuel, and it wasn't working. Philly defensive front was just being relentless from the start. As soon as the whistle blew, they was being relentless. And I was like, they need to change something. They need to move Carson Wentz out the pocket. They need to scramble him out, roll him out, bootleg him, whatever they need to do. He's getting his head knocked off. And guess what? Every time we punt, Philly had great field position. When Philly did punt, we was deep in our own territory, and we couldn't climb out for nothing.
Oh my God! You know, and I'm gonna tell you what really I didn't appreciate, Andre. I didn't appreciate Fletcher Cox.
Let me tell you something. I am a
hugging my quarterback.
Fan.
Oh, God, we miss you. And I'm saying, and then do that man like that.
I am a Fletcher Cox fan. Even when he didn't play with Philly, I was a Fletcher Cox fan.
Fletcher Cox hugged Carson Wentz and told him in his ear, "We're gonna sack you 9 times. Just be ready."
Oh, and we're gonna sack you 9 times. Just be ready. And I'm so glad that we got rid of your ass.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something about those trick plays. For a second there, I say, if they got Chip Kelly on the sideline somewhere running them trick plays, that shit look kind of familiar. That shit that Chip Kelly was doing in Philadelphia.
Yeah, that bullshit.
Yeah. That's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you, Scott Turner is a horrible offensive coordinator, and it don't make no sense for us to have all this weaponry on offense to where we cannot be more explosive than what we are. This is what Ron Rivera has said. He said, well, if we're going to do play action, we need to establish the run. Well, then you need to be pulling your offensive coordinator by his ear and start telling him, say, hey, you need to be more aggressive on offense. We need to establish the run more. What's the purpose of getting Williams to take Brian Robinson's spot until he comes back if you're not going to use him? The man had 1 rush for 6 yards. 6 yards.
But are you supposed to have to tell your offensive coordinator this shit?
No.
Right. Okay.
No, you're not supposed to. But guess what?
If you have to, you have to.
That means I got to do your job. I don't need you. That's what I hear.
Yeah, but Ron Rivera can't do his own job. So
yeah,
that's the point I was about to get to. Ron Rivera need to take ownership and say, hey, it's on me. Stop sitting here is like, well, we need to do this or we need to do that. Oh, we got great guys. We got enough guys to do this. You saying the same thing you've been saying for 3 years.
Well, we are who we are. We are officially the Panthers.
No, we are who Ron Rivera are. That's who we are.
Yeah,
he was who I thought we were.
He's a Panther. He's a Panther. Now, I'm going to tell you all this. I'm going to tell you all this because I told people once Trevor Lawrence learns that offense down there in Jacksonville, and they give him a little bit of protection, he's going to start slicing people up like watermelons. And it has started to happen.
Yeah.
And
I am concerned. I am concerned about the Jaguars.
You know, and I like the fact that ETN was drafted because Robinson was a 1,000-yard back. He's the truth, no doubt about it. But when Robinson come in there, he's bigger than ETN, and he starts pounding, and then you put that change-up speed in there with ETN, it's just a matter of time because, I mean, their last 2 games, you could see. And then look how many points they put up against us, and it has only gone up, from there. And as Trevor Lawrence continues to take command of that offense, and they haven't even started hitting teams with the run option with Trevor Lawrence. They're a dangerous team. And then what the hell is going on with Miami? Because Tua said, you know what, I'm tired of you all talking shit about me.
Right. Okay.
So I'm going to say this about Trevor Lawrence. I'm a Clemson fan, and I told everybody the first year in the NFL is going to be a wake-up for Trevor. But I say as soon as she learns to play and the players, I say you're gonna see some of that Clemson action come out of them.
Yeah, because everybody's like, "Oh, Trevor Lawrence a bust," and I'm saying now Jacksonville has been a seller team since they've been in the league, except for a couple of seasons. But anybody that knows football and knows talent, he's not a bust. He was pressing. He was trying to make shit happen. And it's one thing that I noticed about him, even as a freshman at Clemson. He throws the ball where the hell you supposed to be going. Yeah. And he can lay it on you if he needs to lay it on you.
Exactly.
Like one of these throws that he threw in the end zone, it was Brady, Favre. It was some of that Elway shit because it had 3,000 miles per hour on it. It was a tight spiral, zipped it right over the head, of the middle linebacker, in between two defenders on the money. And I said, yeah, that's that dude right there. And I don't care what anybody says. If the Browns just hang in there, Watson's going to come back. He's going to be rusty in a couple of games. Same thing. When he gets his feet nestled down in Cleveland. And then what we're really saying is these young guys, our Jalen Hurts, our Trevor Lawrences, our Deshaun Watsons, these are the new age kids. And let's not forget, Justin Fields is doing his thing out there, in Chicago. Yeah. These are the new guys. This is going to be the new wave. And then it's in my imagination, is there something going on over there with the Broncos? I'm just saying that because, Russell Wilson has been a little more vocal about whatever he was disgusted with when he was in Seattle. But you're paying him all this money, but it's like they still won't let him do, his Russell Wilson shit. What is you all's take on that? I mean, you all tell me.
I'll backtrack real quick and then get to Russell Wilson. With the Browns, I said they'll be fine because they had Jacoby Brissett, and a lot of people didn't believe in Jacoby Brissett and didn't think he could play. I've seen this guy play. He's all right. They ain't gonna be hurting. He could hold it down. You saw Thursday night. He had a great game.
Yeah, he can.
So I ain't worried about him. I know you. Who else you mentioned? Sunshine gonna be all right. He just had a bad coach last year. He got the right coach now. But
God. lap dance Leroy.
Yeah, we ain't worried about him. He gone.
And they trying to get him a coaching position in college right now. But anyway,
complexion for the protection.
Exactly. Now with Russ, I think now, like you said, they're not letting him do his thing. We saw on the last drive against the 49. This drive they scored. That when he got back to being Russell Wilson, you saw him He made the plays. He got them down. He looked more like the old Russ. Yeah, I think I don't remember. He's with a new team. He's playing in Denver full time. That's it. I'm not gonna. He has to play better, obviously, but I'm not gonna worry about it till about like let's see if it's still like this week 8, week 9, week 10. Because if it do, we might have that's something to really start looking all right. So
I'm going to go back to the first game. You paying me $200 and some odd $1 million. $165 million. 165 guaranteed. 4th and 5. You got to go let me do. And you're going to try a
64-yard field.
A damn 80-yard field. It might as well have been 80 yards.
It might have been. It might as well have been. Yeah. But Nathaniel Hackett's going to be this team's undoing. He looks like a rookie coach. He looks like this is in over his head. The hope for Denver was that they would get Aaron Rodgers and he have a coach he liked, but Green Bay kept him. I don't know why they kept him. That was some goofy nonsense, but that's a different discussion. But now you're stuck with a guy that you got for a specific situation, and so now you got to work through that. whether or not that combination works or not is to be seen. But I think Russ will be all right. They got the receivers. They just need to actually let him be him.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll say this. I think Russell going to the Broncos was a mistake. I don't know what controversy he had, where he was, but sometimes you got to work shit out.
Oh no, that's the whole situation with Seattle and a lot of those players from the Super Bowl years. That it got too bad for them to stick.
Yeah,
Russell Wilson, his entire career, and let's face it, he has Hall of Fame stats. His entire career, he's only ever received one MVP vote. It's like people just will not attach to this dude, and who cares if he's corny? Who cares if he loves his wife and all of that? But guys in the league talk so much crap about him, and from what I know from a couple of cats that played with him there in Seattle, he's the cat that kind of be running behind, telling coaches a little too much as it relates to the players. It's like he's not a teammate of the. Yeah, he's not the team guy.
He's a company guy.
The coach, yeah.
So instead of being a player, he's talking to management. Huh?
Well, you see the kind of deal he got. That wasn't the deal that helps the players. That's the deal that helps management.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, well, maybe
True
that's
that. Yeah.
Well,
maybe. And Richard Sherman blows his ass up every time he talks.
yeah.
I love it.
What's the question, Andre?
Dang, he was going so well too, and then he froze again.
All right.
He's feeling.
Okay. Yeah, I'm back. The question I got. Okay, the NFC East. We have always been that. How should I say? Anything can happen. Division. Is this year going to be different for us?
No.
Define different. What would your definition of him be?
Yeah.
Where that people begin to worry about the NFC East, like
No. The Cowboys are still the Cowboys. The Giants still don't have a quarterback that they can count on. Washington still.
I mean, to be honest, Andre, y'all was the pick in preseason. Y'all was the pick in the off season to come out of there. Mm-hmm. The media do not like Washington.
They don't like Philly either. They love Dallas for some reason.
But they picked them.
America's team.
and every chance Stephen A. Smith could give it to the Cowboys, it makes my day. So
he said, just wait. He said, just wait.
So my thing is that this year could have been, because it could still be special for all four teams.
Oh God!
Hold on, listen to me. I said it could be. I ain't say it's gonna be, but
I could get pregnant with twins at age 51.
There's a lot of unanswered questions surrounding 3 of the 4 teams in this division. And until them problems are addressed and answered, it's going to always be one-sided. One person coming out. Next year it'll be somebody different. So
last year we had 2 teams come out. Neither one of us had any business being there, but we got there because of the NFC East.
Exactly.
Yeah, someone got to win the division.
We won the division at 7-9.
Yeah.
No. I remember, and Andre and I are, a few years older than you guys. So some of this you may not be aware of. But there was a time that you had to come through one of these teams in the NFC East to get to the Super Bowl every year. Faithfully.
Ma'am, I want to clear up something. I might be the oldest on this panel.
No.
Shut the hell up. I mean,
you don't get out of that bullshit.
No.
Yeah. Okay. You might be.
No, he ain't.
I can say this. I'm behind Andre.
Yeah, you behind me. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I do
Well-
remember. I remember how Philly used to have
Yes.
Wilbert Montgomery them back in the day. When we used to have the Hogs, where Dallas did copy us with the offensive line until they got Jerry Jones. That's how they won their Super Bowls. But that's when the NFC East was the toughest division in football.
It was the toughest division.
It was the
Yeah,
toughest
we used
division.
to beat up on each other. Now we have a new name, the NFC
Lease.
Yeah,
Or-
we still beat up on each other, but that's all we do.
That's all we
Yeah.
do.
Beat up on each other.
That's all we
Right.
do.
We used
Yeah.
to beat up on each other and everyone else.
Yeah.
I mean, we like sisters and brothers.
Yeah.
We can whip each other anytime we want to.
But when it comes to the marquee games, we fold like laundry.
Yeah.
When teams play Washington, now, it's almost like we accelerate the last 2 games of the season when you already know you're in the playoffs. You don't want to get your guys hurt, so you bench everybody and just put your scrubs out there because you know that's how we look, and it breaks my heart. But Andre will tell you here in the A, everybody associates me with Washington and Clemson. I'm bringing the helmets. I'm bringing the gear. I'm going to talk my shit. And there's people that are not allowed to talk to me. Falcon fans, you're not even allowed to open your mouth.
You definitely.
It say don't even speak.
Yeah, don't say nothing.
Yeah, Falcon fans don't
hold it
have
down.
Choke.
Yeah,
Let me
shut
tell you
all of
something.
that down.
All
When
you
it comes
gotta
to the Falcons, I think that grounds is taboo. They stole them. They stole that land from the church. God don't like
Yeah.
that.
yeah.
The whole ground is taboo.
Yeah. But I mean, when you start taking, and I love Cordell Patterson. He is a man's man. I love how he plays. But if you are a running back for the Falcons, and they have taken a punt return special teams phenom and made him the number 1 running back, I mean, you got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, damn, I'm yesterday's trash.
Look at who's starting that quarterback right now, Marcus Mariota.
Mm-hmm.
That boy, man.
I don't know. But I'm excited about the Roundtable. True to form, the Cowgirls, we'll get one of them on here.
Yeah.
And,
Eventually.
Yeah.
right, and they're gonna be talking mad cold cash shit.
America's team.
Listen, they only good in the division against all the other teams. They trash.
Yeah. My brother-in-law is a Washington fan, and he texts me Sunday talking about when's
He's
trash.
a Dallas fan. You meant?
Yeah, he a Dallas fan, and he's like, when's his trash? I said, Dak is Mr. Glass.
There you go.
Right.
I say so.
Redacted.
Hey, I'm like, well, so guys and girls, I want to cover Thursday night's game, and I want to cover game matchup for all our teams this Sunday. So Thursday night we have Dolphins and Bengals. Now, Bengals is 1-2. Miami is 3-0. Sitting pretty right now. They got a lot of momentum. Can Tua and the Dolphins continue their magic, or will I don't know? Joe Burrow.
The Dolphins are going to win because that offensive line is just as bad as ours. And there's this guy, Christian. His name is Christian. Watkins, old Clemson guy, and he's going to be sacking Burrow to death. They're going to be laying around in the backfield. I believe that Miami's going to go in there and cane their ass. That's what I think. Okay, the hurricane isn't going to be in. It's going to be Hurricane Tua.
My question is: one is how healthy is he, and then two is he going to not take another hit? Because honestly, he shouldn't even went back to the game Sunday. That man was concussed.
Well, aren't they investigating it?
They're investigating that right now.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're going to end up finding. I don't think they're going to find anything by tomorrow's game, so he probably play. But the question is, can the Dolphins keep him upright? And then Tua just need, because we know he's injury prone. I don't say that to be a dick. I'm just being honest. He's injury prone. He's been injury prone. And if you hit him one good time, he's going to be out for a while. And I don't think they have another quarterback behind him that can keep him, that could get him over the hump. Now the thing with Joe Burrow, he holds onto the ball too long. We know the offensive line has some issues, but he creates a lot of his own sacks as he holds onto the ball. He's looking for Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase, he's athletic as heck. He's a big play waiting to happen. But their best receiver from a skill set standpoint is T. Higgins.
Yeah.
Yes. And then you can literally just throw it up.
Yep. But Zach Taylor got to commit to run this ball because he's going to get his quarterback killed.
Yeah.
They got to find a way to get Joe Mixon the ball, man, because this is ridiculous.
What's your take, Andre? Who you got?
Well, I think the Dolphins going to win, but the Bengals has a good defensive line. When they come in, they're going to have to be able to handle that defensive line. And so I'm thinking that's going to be the plus for the Bengals, is that they're going to actually get some sacks. They're going to have some plays that the Dolphins going to take some losses because they're going to catch them in the backfield. I think so. I'm gonna go with the Dolphins because they got the momentum, but the Bengals defense, I think, is going to stop a lot of what the Dolphins did in the last 3 games.
Okay.
My prediction, they're probably going to get the quarterback at least 3 times.
Okay. LiveWire.
It's really not a tough one because Tua's health, Cincinnati's offensive line. Who's going to fold first? You know what I'm saying? Because if Tua's out there, Cincinnati is already gonna know he got rattled last game. So to Andre's point, their defensive front is gonna come after him. They're gonna try to knock him, and they're probably gonna try to knock him out the game completely. Now, if Cincinnati's offense could find some kind of mass protection to keep Joe Burrow upright, maybe, just maybe, they have a shot to pull this game out. It just depends on who's going to fold first, Tua or Joe Burrow's offensive line.
Okay. My prediction for the Washington Cowgirl game, the Cowgirls.
Yeah, I was getting to that one too.
I was going to say we're. I think if we lose by 3 touchdowns, I'm going to celebrate because that's going to be like a win. A loss by 3 touchdowns is going to be a win.
I hate the Cowboys so much. I'm going with Washington, and that's all I'm going to say to that.
I already had all my picks from before the season started. I picked Cowboys to win this game. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't see it happening.
Oh man. Oh, I guess it leads me to be optimistic in this game. From what I've seen last week, and the way Marco Parsons playing, because Dallas do lead the league in 15 sacks already.
Lawrence has been killing it.
Yeah.
No, Lawrence only killed it for 1 game. Now it's against the Giants because that's how he always does. He ain't show up anywhere else as far as pass rush. He's done good in the run game, but
he'll show up Sunday. I bet you.
Didn't he get hurt on Monday night?
He did. I don't know what his status is.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
So I said I was not gonna pick Washington for the rest of the year because of that Philly game, but I'm not. Nah, I can't. I ain't trying to give Dallas no kudos or nothing. We winning this game, point blank. Play period. We winning it. We winning this game against Dallas. I mean,
I'm just gonna text. I'm just gonna text you on Sunday at the end of the first quarter and say I told you so.
I'm gonna say too soon.
Okay.
But if they figure, I mean, if they could, lo and behold, if they could protect Carson Wentz or do something different, if they could do something different, then hey, they got a chance. But the way Dallas used Michael Parsons, that's going to be the problem. That's going to be the ultimate problem. How can you stop a man that's possessed? And he's been playing like a man possessed. Even in games that they chip him, he still be disruptive. You know what I'm saying? So Washington has...
and he should be healthy. He should be over his illness to go against you guys? Oh, man.
Yeah. So... that's going to be a tall task, but we'll see. The next game we're going to cover real quick is the Bears and Giants. Scrub, this one for you.
Man, I think the Bears are going to do the same. They don't have the personnel like the Cowboys do, but I think they're going to do more the same. They're going to send blitzes. They should, because the Giants' offensive line has not been good. Now, I know that the one thing about the Bears is that they can't score nothing because they have no good offensive coordinator in there. And the only player they really have is Justin Fields. Well, they got Montgomery, but they don't know how to utilize these guys.
Yeah.
I got the Giants winning, but I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. It'll probably be something like 17-13 or something else like that. But that all depends if Mike Kafka wants to run the dang on ball. Because he's the play caller, and coming from Kansas City, I don't trust this guy. And sometimes I trust the head coach because he came from Buffalo and we know how they used Josh Allen.
Yeah.
I really think that Chicago is going to win because your guy being out for the season.
Sterling Shepard?
Yeah.
I wasn't counting on him anyway. I like him.
I just have this image of Justin Fields again on a black stallion galloping down the field.
Yeah, the Giants got to do a better job of containing.
Yeah, so that's what I think. What you got, Andre?
Haven't thought much about that game at all, I'll be honest with you.
I don't blame you. There ain't much to think about with they perform.
I kind of think it's a toss-up. I'm gonna have to go with my division with this one.
Okay.
I think the Giants, they showed some good play in their last two games. You know, maybe not being successful, but I just think they just got a better team than the Browns.
Okay.
They play hard. That's not the issue. It's just can they execute?
Yeah. Well,
and because see, one thing I'm thinking, we in week 4, they didn't got some of the spider webs out, cobwebs out of them, shaked out a few things, can figure a few things out. I think the Giants are gonna get the Browns.
Okay.
For myself, it's pretty even. But I give the edge to the Giants because Barkley, if they feed him the ball, and keep the ball out of Daniel Jones' hand enough, they could win this game. You got to do Daniel Jones the same way you do Jimmy Garoppolo. You can't let him win the game because if you put the game on his shoulder, it's a disaster. Disaster's gonna happen. So the Giants had, being honest, the Giants do have the edge because of the running game with Barkley. Now you still got Kenny Galloway there, you know what I'm saying? So, but still use Barkley as that weapon. Make the Bears play differently. I mean, I don't see Justin Fields running all day around the Giants because the Giants can get after you. You know, it don't look like it, but they can get after you. So me personally, like Andre, I'm gonna go with the Giants in this game. Probably a close game, 3-point game, probably 17-14, something like that. The next game we're gonna roll out, the last one is Jacksonville and the Eagles.
Gosh. Okay. With the weapons that we have, Hurts at the helm, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, running back Sanders. Don't forget Pascal, route running, has the ability to block. Those are weapons. And then Jalen's ability to run. Those offensive weapons going to kill him. On the defensive side, Fletcher Cox, Sweat, Hargrave, they're going to be coming in. I just think we got more experience. We got the better weapons on the offensive side. We got a defensive line that's going to come in on you. And like I said, a lot of people don't talk about Pascal. He's out there. He can run those routes. He's a good wide receiver, and he has the ability to block.
Well, I love my Clemson guys, but I just think it's going to be too much Philadelphia cream cheese.
I got Philly, but y'all have to have a complete game this game. It's the Eagles played well, but there's been something, whether it be the run defense in the first game or the stagnation of the offense in the second and third game. Y'all got to have a complete game. I don't think you're gonna win if y'all let your foot off the gas against this team.
And we got to cut the film. Got
that too.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a little breakdown for what I seen and what Jacksonville can do that we didn't do against Philly is run the ball, because when Gibson was in there, he did get some positive yardage against them. I think that I think Jacksonville should establish the run with both of their running backs. That'll help take pressure off of Trevor Lawrence, where he don't have to do too much. Now, Philly secondary, I still kick myself in the back of my neck every time I see Bradbury back there, because we should have had him on our team. But now they pass defense is going to, I think Philly's pass defense is going to be a problem. So Jacksonville has to make them honest, if they can make them honest. But they are going to be putting pressure on Trevor Lawrence, make him do things, make him very uncomfortable. But at the end of the day, it's going to be just too much Philadelphia. And they're gonna win this. They're gonna go 4-0. I don't see anything Jacksonville can do, but they can't sleep on them. They can't get comfortable, to where they up 24 something and then take the gas off it, because we did it. We did it to them the first game of the season, and they came back and took the lead on us, and we had a scratch and claw just to win the game. So Philadelphia has enough where they could still apply pressure, but Jacksonville they playing really good. I mean, who would have thought they blanked Indianapolis 2 weeks ago, and then Indianapolis turned around and shut down Kansas City? So go figure. So that's the world we live in the NFL.
Any given Sunday.
Any given Sunday.
Given Sunday, but Patrick Mahomes needs to stop being a pansy.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'll be honest. He was every enemy got into him, and he wanted to take his ball and go home like the pansy he is. And then you saw what ended up happening. They lost.
Well, there you have it.
And me and Scrub was talking about this. We was on the we was talking about this last week sometime. Monday. Yeah, we was talking about Monday because I did a live on Monday. Yeah, but I must say this was very enlightening and very, very good. So this will be the segment for every Wednesday at 7 o'clock. The NFC East Roundtable. I will definitely set up. Andre, you gonna be back or you gonna?
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm here.
Okay, so sounds good. Yeah, so we do this every Wednesday because I don't want to. We set it up for Thursday last week because it was so tight because of the Thursday night game. So I don't want to have nothing conflicted with that. So that gives me almost 2 days break to catch up on some other videos that I needed to do. So I appreciate you dropping in. I'm looking forward to talking to you more and everything. Scrub, my man, thank you for showing so much love since day one. My girl, Remy Ma, hey, I appreciate you a lot. And, our team, we got a lot of work to do except for the Eagles. A lot of work to do except for the Eagles. But, man, and Andre, it's funny because my sister, her husband, Dallas Cowboy fans. And I have a lot of family that lives in Philadelphia, and some of them lives in Georgia, in Savannah, and they are Eagles fans too. So I don't never get in no debate with them because they give it to the Cowboys. So I'm an innocent bystander because it's like they look at me like, well, you don't factor because you who you are. You know what I'm saying? So anytime they can take each other out, I'm happy with it. So, but
as Angela.
I want to thank Remy for the invite. She gave me the invite, so I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Dre, we'll link up and put some smoke in the air.
Okay.
As Angela Fisher would say, how can I ease the pain when I know you're coming back again?
Yeah.
Like Sunday, the pain will be back.
Well, I want us to win. If we don't do anything this season, beat the Cowboys, I could at least hang my hat up on that.
Because last year the Cowboys beat us all in the division.
6-0.
Yeah.
Kicked our ass. Yeah.
And what did it mean? Nothing.
Nothing. Welcome to the NFC East.
What?
Yep.
Because the year? Correct me if I'm wrong. Because the year before, when we won the division, we swept Dallas.
Yes.
For the first time.
For the first time, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they say only because Dak didn't play.
I don't care.
I said I don't give a damn. He's on the team. Right. A win is a win.
Dak was laying on comfortable mattresses.
Yeah.
Yep. Thanks to one of the Giants guys.
Yep. Pastapedic.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why Dak ain't want to play Monday night. Yeah. He had a relapse. Like, no, I'm coming back. I'm coming back next week. So, but anyway, ladies and gents, I appreciate y'all. Look forward to seeing y'all next Wednesday at 7 o'clock. And we come back and analyze what mistakes we made, who win, who lost, and going into week 5. Until then, we out.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? LiveWire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is LiveWire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.